right, and welcome everybody to another Dad Hat Chronicle Sportscast. My name is Ed, and with me, I now have the full cast with us tonight. Of
Hopping
course,
in
Eric.
right at the start.
I know, right as the music was going on. You know what I mean? So, welcome everybody to the Dad Hat Chronicle Sports Show. Again, I have my wonderful good friends. But before we continue, guys, this show is brought to you by Old Ford Baseball Company. Make sure you know what he's doing something super cool, right? It says support local baseball in California. So you guys go out there, support them. If you want to use the code Dad, go for it. Absolutely. It gives you 15% off of your purchase. But yeah, he's doing something cool to support all of our friends over in California who need all the help that we can get. So they can get. So make sure you guys go out there tonight. So thank you so much. Thank you for joining us tonight. Today's Thursday, and as my good friend, the producer of the show says, it is Thirsty Thursday. So welcome everybody. Let's get going. Let's get started. Mr. Mayor, how are you today?
I'm doing great, except for the fact that I have to go work after we get off of the show tonight.
Oh, that's just gross.
I know I worked all day today, and I'm going to work a little bit tonight, so hopefully not too late.
A mayor's job is never done, is it?
But make sure you stay safe out there, man. There's no joke out there.
Oh, no, it's I'm a little bit bummed because our whole weekend just got canceled because of the weather in Savannah.
Yeah,
everything that's come up. The Bananas canceled the surprise K Club game for Saturday. I just got a message from the Savannah Ghost Pirates that tomorrow night's game has been postponed as well. So Mrs. Mayor and I will be staying home this weekend.
Did the Savannah Bananas refund your money?
Yes, they will.
They better.
Yeah, they will.
Well, I will call their asses
Ghost
out.
Pirates are going to reschedule, so we'll go to another game at some point.
I will call their asses out right now.
Will you be inviting Patrick to that game?
Yes.
Probably not.
No, he won't.
I will reschedule when I will consult him on his availability, and we will not go to the Ghost Pirates game unless he can go with us.
Okay.
Well, I'll believe it when I see it.
All right.
Because,
The official watch party has begun.
Yeah. Because when he's like 45 minutes from me, he doesn't even bother to say anything.
And by the way, really quick, welcome to everybody to the chat. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us tonight. Phil says, Donnie, there's plenty of Gamecock basketball this weekend. Yeah. And Lynn, bummer you guys snowed out. Yeah, my daughter's school got canceled today, so we sent her to camp. By the way, camp was open. I was working all day, but school was closed. And then now it is delayed 2 hours tomorrow. So, because we don't have normal jobs like everybody, because we can wait till 10 o'clock to take a kid to school. It's just so stupid. I hate it. Snowpocalypse here in North Carolina. Oh, how my daughter likes to say snowpostrophe.
Snowpostrophe. That's a good one.
I love that.
Yeah, so we don't call it snowpocalypse here. We call it snowpostrophe. So
that's it.
All right, guys. Let's go ahead and start with the mayor. Mayor, what are we drinking and what are we wearing tonight?
Well, I'm just drinking water since I have to head out to work here shortly. And as far as what I'm wearing my new Wichita Wind Surge flag franchise hat with the ICT on the back.
You know me.
And this came in. This thing fits nice and snug. I like this, so I figured I'd go Wichita tonight.
Okay, all right. Look at that for you, Eric. Just for you.
I'm going Wichita tonight for a place.
Flying Wichita.
A place he's never been.
Flying Wichita.
Hey, I've got a billboard that says I've flown there. So.
As of right now, I think the biggest proponent, who pushes Wichita, visit Wichita the most out of the two of you has been the mayor.
Well, I've actually been here. He is not, so he's a fraud and a liar. So,
whoa, those are some harsh words.
Well,
ouch.
Well, for Donnie, ICT stands for "I'll catch you there."
Oh.
I think he threw like 12 extra letters in there.
Who me? Yeah. Hey, it's catch ya.
Yeah.
Hey, I've already sent Eric a screenshot of my calendar, and I am open the weekend of August 9th that we are looking at.
We'll be there.
Plans to go there.
Yeah,
so.
that's my best friend's birthday. I'll be celebrating with her. Sorry.
Exactly. So there you go.
I'll be getting a bobblehead at the game that night, so
it don't matter.
You don't even know who Carson McCusker is.
Don't have to.
Did you say Cornhusker? Go.
Bobblehead back here for another guy that I don't know who he is. That I got from Erie.
All right, Mr. Prospector, what are we drinking? What are we wearing?
Well, first of all, go Pokes. Anyways, so tonight I am drinking because I'm 99 years old, Crystal Light peach tea, and tonight
Crystal
I
Light
am
needs to
wearing.
make an appearance on the show.
Who does?
Crystal Light.
They do, along with Prime and along with Gatorade and oh no, those are the people that won't give a 20-year-old their dang helicopter that they were supposed to get. Anyways,
Was it a helicopter or a fighter jet?
Well, it was the jet.
Fighter jet.
It was the fighter jet.
Fighter jet, yeah.
I knew it was something. I just watched that documentary yesterday. That was awesome. Anyways, so tonight I am wearing an Atlanta Braves foam hat, but like a throwback Braves. But there's a reason why. Today, I just had a new niece that was born earlier today.
Wow.
And so her name is Naomi Jones Larson. And the Jones part is that she's named after Chipper Jones. So as a middle name. So a little fun fact for you. And so I feel very blessed that she's here safely and healthy. And I'm going to see her tomorrow, and I'm so excited. So tonight, just in honor of Naomi, I am wearing the Atlanta Braves throwback foam hat. So
I like it.
Good thing she wasn't named after Jerry Jones.
we would have had to have some words if that was the case.
That would have been gross.
Yeah. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate it, my man.
All righties. Congratulations to your sister. Super happy for them.
Thank you.
And a healthy, beautiful baby. So I love it. I love it. Girls are best. I'm telling you. I love being a girl dad. All right, Mr. Influencer, are you with us tonight?
Not really. Been traveling all day. Was up in Kansas City. Made it back. Have the little one by myself for the second night in a row. Patrick, do you know Chipper Jones, the last city he played a game in?
Was that Wichita?
It was, yeah. He was here with the Kansas Stars in the NBC World Series, and he played for the Kansas Stars. Zach went down and got his autograph, so we got Chipper's autograph on a baseball. But anyways, and then I don't want to spoil Ed's hat, but it looks like you're wearing the Donnie Wise hat tonight. Got the Ole Miss Running Rebels hat. Hoity-toity, I think is the little phrase they say. But
Toddy.
I went there last spring break. Didn't get to see a game because I had some car trouble. So got to see the stadium from the outside. Johnny tried getting inside and got in trouble. Saw the football stadium from the outside as well.
A reverend getting in trouble. What are we on?
He's such a rebel.
Ole Miss. Good one.
Well, because I was going to say he thought they were the running Revs, not the running Rebs. So
and then got water tonight.
Eric is a land shark, according to Phil.
He is. Yeah, he is.
All right, Mr. Producer, up
Fins
to you,
up.
my friend.
All right, for our hat today, we've got the Beer City Bun Hammers, one of the alternate identities for the West Michigan Whitecaps. And of course, the reason why I'm wearing this, it's Thirsty Thursday.
That's right.
That's such a good hat.
I love this hat. One of my National Hat Day purchases from last year. And for the beer, I've got a collaboration beer. Collaboration between Yellowhammer Brewing and Stillfire in Sewanee, Georgia. I've got Hammers. I'm trying to get there we go. Hammers and Hedges. It's an Italian Pilsner.
I like it.
Good call. Sewanee, Georgia.
I like it. All right. As for myself, I am wearing my Ethiopian Clowns hat, Negro Leagues Baseball, from Sandlot Goods. It's very nice. I love it. It's very comfy. Okay, just wanted to put that out there. Drinking some cherry Pepsi. Pepsi, hello. Talk to me. Call me. Let's go. How we doing?
Yeah. Well, hope you got some Pepsi points from that.
Of course. And then Pepsi is the only drink that we drink in this house. Okay, carbonated drink. It's Pepsi.
Yeah,
Just so you know. And of course, H2O. So, guys, it is Thursday. Wanted to make sure that we make our picks for the weekend. Right? Is it this weekend that they're playing? Yes,
Yes.
they are.
They are indeed.
Yeah, just want I don't know what happened. I brain fart there. So we'll make our picks. We'll talk about that. We're going to talk about Hall of Fame. Making sure that we got that out of the way. Yes, I know, and I've been to the museum, by the way, and I bought a Pepsi glass from there, Phil. We took a day trip, the family and I, to that area. So it's really nice.
Yeah.
You guys should definitely. If you want to visit around North Carolina, should definitely do it. And then
It's not the Coke Museum, but okay, whatever.
Yeah, no one cares about the Coke Museum.
Everyone does. That's okay.
No.
Yeah, it's okay.
Nobody does. No. Any notable
Billy
omissions?
Shepard cares about it.
Dad, it sounds like you hate Coke.
Yeah, he does.
Mm.
He does.
Which kind?
Every single one, if it's made by Coca-Cola.
Okay, so we know which one he does like and which one he doesn't like. Got it.
I like it.
If I didn't know anybody, I'd say you're part of the Dad Hate Chronicles committee. That was very well done.
I mean, yeah.
Coke Museum has great samples.
Yes, it does, and some really horrible ones too.
I don't
taste like
hate
Pepsi.
Coke because there's certain restaurants here that have the Coke machines like Wendy's and all that. And if you mix cherry Coke with Coke Lime together, man, let me tell you, that's magic.
Well, let me tell you this. I'll tell you a good Pepsi mix, when you put Coke and then you mix no Pepsi with it, it's fantastic.
Okay. Anyways, what were you gonna say, Eric?
Where are the Pepsi and Coke museums at?
The Coke Museum is in Atlanta.
Yep.
So are you going to take me there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't drink soda, but I wouldn't mind going to the museum. That'd be kind of cool.
I'll be honest with you. The Coke Museum is probably a whole lot better than the Pepsi Museum, because the Pepsi Museum here is like, it's like super small.
Okay. May I please just take a second to address Johnny Bolin? Johnny, obviously you arrived late, because if you had been here, you would know that the reason I'm wearing this is because I just had a new niece that was born today, and her name is Naomi Jones Larson, and the Jones is named after Chipper Jones. So I'm wearing this in honor of my new niece. So go Braves today, and I don't care what you say.
Man, talk about making him feel bad now.
Feel better, Johnny.
Yeah. From that burn. Okay, guys. And I want to talk about this, and then this is a very good conversation that the producer and I were having while you guys were very late. Looking at you, Eric. So you know what? I'm gonna let the producer bring that question up, because it was a good question, and I don't want to take his I want to take his thunder. So go for it, my friend.
So we were talking about the Sasaki deal with the Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there's been a lot of discourse about the Dodgers are forming a super team and that it's bad for the sport. But the question I'd like to pose to you guys, do you feel like it actually is bad for the sport to have a super team like that, or do you actually think it could be a good thing? But the reason why I think it's a good thing, let me explain first why. Usually for sports, if you really want to draw in a bigger crowd, you have to have a villain. The 90s Yankees were kind of like this.
Mm-hmm.
And after the Yankees kind of fell off a little bit, you didn't really have a super power team as much. Usually that's when the parody kicks in, and people say they love parody until it actually happens.
Yeah.
So with saying that, what are your guys' opinions on that?
I'll let you guys go first. Unless you guys don't want to talk, because then I'll say something.
Well, no,
I mean, I lived through it as a Yankees fan in the 90s, and it's like everybody hated the Yankees spending all this money, and you're buying. I know, but see, it's just, it never ends.
Sorry. I don't know where that came from. I really don't know.
it's interesting to see it happen to another team. But it's different this time because George Steinbrenner was really the architect of that. So you kind of had that face to put it to. With the Dodgers, you don't have that. You don't have that one guy that you're just like, man, I hate that owner because he's spending so much money and nobody else can have a chance. It's just the organization as a whole. So, and then it's the whole. Then you got the contract deferrals that's become a whole new thing too. So it's a different kind of beast. I'm not saying it's bad for baseball. I see your point, and I can kind of get behind the fact that in a way it is good for the Dodgers to be the villain, and it's going to be one of those things that everybody can say, look at them, they spent all this money and they didn't win it, and that's what hoping everybody's going to do. And if you look at the past few years, it's kind of been that way with the ones that have spent all the money that haven't won it. You've had some of these teams that came in with, homegrown, low payrolls, and they go in and win it. And it's like, hey, see, you don't have to spend all that kind of money. They just wasted all that kind of money. So, I mean, do I like it? No. But do I care? No.
So for me, I don't think it's bad for baseball. I don't think that the Dodgers are doing anything wrong. They're doing, they're everyone has a chance to do what the Dodgers are doing to a degree. I'm not saying everyone has the same amount of money, but they have what they're doing is they're using the brand that they have. They're using some of the success that they've had. And you're right, Virgil, that you do have to have a villain. And I think you saw it in the NBA when like the Warriors were winning and winning back to back. I mean, that's just another example in another sport. We talk about it in the NFL with and you talk about it in the NFL with the Chiefs, winning, back to back, and trying to go for a three-peat. I mean, so I think people thrive off of that. And so the Dodgers are obviously, when they've just won a World Series and they're going out and they're addressing the perceived shortcomings that they thought that they had. People are just mad. Like I can say it from a Blue Jays fan perspective, we get mad because we finished in second for Ohtani. We finished in second for Sasaki. And, it's like always being the bridesmaid and not the bride. So, but at the same time, it's not the Dodgers' fault if they're going after it and they're getting it done. That's just a credit to their front office and to their ownership for putting, their money where their mouth is, and they're making it happen. So yeah. Am I jealous of it? Yeah. I mean, I wish I could say that the Jays signed Ohtani, but the Dodgers put out a full court press and got him. And then they've been doing that with a lot of players and when it happens with the one big free agent, it tends to be a domino effect with other ones because they want to play with good players because they think they have increased odds of winning championships, which is why good players play the game. So I think it's good for the game. I think it's good for the game for getting viewers to baseball. And I don't have a problem with it because everyone technically has the same chance to sign players if they have owners that are willing to put money out there to do it. And understand that there are different size markets and that some have history behind them that others don't. But overall, there's no one that's not allowed to sign a player.
That's true.
Unless you're the Marlins.
That's true. And if you're the Marlins, you just say you're going to be active in the free agent market, and then you're not.
Okay.
Donnie, you're muted.
You're muted, Donnie.
Sorry, I was coughing earlier. I think they misunderstood the word free. They thought there were going to be guys that were free. They're just waiting for that to happen.
All right. So I just looked up the wealthiest owners of Major League Baseball teams in the United States in 2024. Okay. I'm going to start. This is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. The 10. Okay. I'm going to start from the bottom 10. You ready? Number 10, the New York Yankees, Hal Steinbrenner. Number 9, the Litch family, Detroit Tigers. 8, John Pollard, the the Twins. Number 7, William O. DeWitt Jr.,
Go DeWitt.
the Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Number 6, Lawrence and Paul Dolan of the Cleveland Guardians.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
say that they must, number 6 must live in Cleveland.
Number 6, Cleveland.
Say it real quick before you get top 5. Say again, what are these?
The 10 top richest, wealthiest owners.
Richest. And you're number 6, and you won't spend money.
Well, they're guardians of their money. They just won't spend it.
And the Yankees were 10.
10.
So I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it from anybody in Cleveland. Say, oh, they don't have money. Fuck off.
Listen,
How
I'm waiting to hear my team. So
How do you have more money than the Yankees do?
No, don't do. Wait. This gets better, guys.
It does get
Number
better.
5, Charles Johnson, San Francisco Giants. The Lerner family, Washington Nationals. Number 4. Okay. Number 3, John C. Malone of the Atlanta Braves. Number 2, Edward S. Rogers the
Blue Jays.
third.
Yep, the Blue Jays.
The Blue Jays.
Yep.
And this is in billions. Okay,
Yep.
guys, in billions. And then Steve Cohen, the New York Mets. Steve Cohen's is 16 billion. Mr. Rogers is $11.5 billion.
He has a whole neighborhood. It's called Canada.
Is he the namesake of the Rogers Center?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
they are the family.
Isn't
It's
Rogers
basically-
like multimedia?
yeah. Rogers Sportsnet,
Yeah.
who basically has a monopoly on all the sports media in Canada. That's what it is.
So I'm just saying the learners
The Dolans spent big today, didn't they?
the Dolans
Steve-O?
$4.6 billion.
Zach makes a good point.
You didn't even say the Dodgers, did you?
I did not.
So
I did not.
how is something like them using all this money or spending all this money, and then you got like
deferred? So
Well,
I
there's no
don't wanna
salary cap.
hear
They
it.
just have to pay the competitive balance tax.
yeah, well, they also got to pay a lot of money in
luxury
taxes,
tax.
right?
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is, I do not want to hear it from any owner saying we don't have money to pay for players. That's bullshit. Because there's so many. I didn't name the San Diego Padres in this one, did you? And they were spending out the ass.
But that's why they're so high on the list of richest owners, because they don't spend their money.
One thing I'll say about Rogers, the one thing I'll say about Rogers is they will spend in the right situation, but so I can't say that they won't spend it all. I mean, they have a high payroll, but problem is that it's hard to get players to come
To go to Canada.
to go to Canada, but also like with let's face it, a really poor farm system. Like the Blue Jays have one of the worst farm systems in baseball at the moment.
Yeah.
Once Guerrero and Bichette came up and Biggio came up, like there was just, and they traded away some other prospects. They just had nothing left. So
Yeah, and Lynn is right. LA has a big, massive TV deal,
they
just like the New York Yankees do. They got like 5 different, TV deals going on. But also at the same time, the Cleveland Guardians also have a TV deal because the Dolans own Spectrum, which was So again, you are worth.
They offer internet service.
Yeah, whatever. Well, I do have I'm paying Spectrum for internet, so I should be getting, percentage of the team ownership at this point.
Just for the record, Patrick, Blue Jays are the 27th worst farm system in the MLB.
I was gonna say it was close to the worst. I told you there's it's hard to name people coming through that are top prospects that aren't injured every year for the Blue Jays. That's the problem.
All right.
And quite
To your
frankly,
question.
yeah.
To your question, it's good for baseball to have a villain. It's good for baseball to have the small market team making it and disrupting and all of that, because you want to pull. It is clear as day. Okay, this is soap opera for us sports fans. That's what it is. Okay, I think it's good for baseball. I think it's entertainment. I think that ESPN, MLB Network, and all of these other networks, they know that and they push this narrative. That's why they push the Yankees and they push the Dodgers so much on TV, because they know that no matter what, you're going to watch. You either see them win because it's your team, or you want to watch so you can see them fall. It is simple as that. So, what are your thoughts, Eric?
Well, going back to, I think it was Patrick that was mentioning, the Warriors, and then you mentioned the Heat, the Chiefs. The only thing with those, there's a 53-man roster for NFL. So, you can have some good players, but you're not going to have like a baseball team where they can have 5 superstar starting pitchers in their rotation and, the best hitters, top 3 or 4.
Bunch of Hall of Famers.
With the NBA, you can have, 4 or 5 probably good players, but most of them will play the majority of the games. But at this point, a lot of them are going to have days off, rest days, whatever. So you're going to have some type of a bench as well. So that's the only thing I thought it was going to be a little bit different. Is just, I know they had those, what we call super teams, but I just feel like it's a little bit different with like an NFL or NBA team. But I get what you're saying on that.
But yeah, you just want to have those teams, right? You want to have those villains in those sports, because then you're going to watch, because you want to see them fall. You want to see them fall from grace and all that. Like, I remember when Kansas City was coming up, right? Everybody was rooting for them, right? It was like, oh my God, go ahead, do it. Like, everybody wanted to see Pat Mahomes, but once they got to the top, and now everybody's like, man, I want to see them lose already, man.
Yeah. Because they've quickly become, like you said, the villain, just like the Patriots were. So their run will be over here at some point, because Patrick's about to turn 30. I mean, he still has some good years left, but then I'm assuming we'll probably have another dynasty coming after them. So, and then that'll be the new biggest hated team. So.
And you thought it was going to be the Baltimore Ravens at that point, that they were going to be the dynasty, and they just never really have been able to materialize that.
No, I mean, obviously they've been really good and can make it to like the divisional round, but they, can't ever make the championship or whatever in the AFC. And then obviously can't make, they have won the Super Bowl, but they're not quite as, but it's hard when you got a really good team like Cincinnati, Buffalo, or Kansas City that, I feel like the AFC has got a few more top tier teams than what the NFC does.
Agreed. Yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, it's good. I mean, I love the fact that it's, it gives us something to talk about for us that do this, right? That are trying to make a network out of this and try to make the show what it is we love that. You know?
And I think another question you have to ask is, how would you feel if it was your team that got to be in that same position?
Because, Donnie enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah, because I mean, I would bring on the hate. Like, if the Blue Jays were lucky enough to get like Ohtani and everything else, I would feel I probably wouldn't be allowed on this show, because I'd feel super confident about the Blue Jays' chances.
Oh yeah, the cockiness of Donnie was just ridiculous last year. Let me tell you,
it was. I mean, it was borderline, just like out of line. I don't know. It's just,
I can't imagine you being cocky about something though, Patrick. You're always like, oh no, something's bad or something's wrong. I couldn't see you being all like, yeah, Blue Jay, what? Let's go.
Well, like Ohtani might not be able to pitch, so we had to take it with a grain of salt. So it's and then Donnie would be, like Donnie would, if the Yankees win again, Donnie will just be even more cocky, and then he'll probably try to make us buy like Yankee stuff, or he'll put up even more stale things. Like,
Rhonda, can you take care of your guy here and get him to calm down just a little bit on his.
Cincinnati Reds had a winning record against the Dodgers in 2024. Now they have Terry Francona. I think they're a couple of years away, the Cincinnati Reds. I don't think they're there just yet.
You still think it's a couple of years?
Yeah, I do.
I don't know.
I was going to say with De La Cruz and Spencer Steer, my guy Spencer Steer, and I don't know if Christian Encarnacion-Strand's coming back, and I think maybe this year they could push for a wild card. I wouldn't say a couple years, maybe by next year if at the latest.
so?
But I think they'll be pretty good.
Well, I think if you keep pushing it back, year after year, that little window is going to run out. So I think they actually underachieved a little bit last season because I thought that they were going to break out last season, but I think they got a lot of good.
I could see them making the playoffs this coming year.
I think when they get Loader up and from minors into the pitching rotation, I think they're going to be pretty much. I think they're going to be a wild card contender for sure.
Yeah. Well, the thing too, go back to the spending stuff. I mean, even when the Yankees were spending in the '90s, they weren't spending well. They were just, again, that goes back to Steinbrenner. Was just he was trying to Jerry Jones a little bit before Jerry Jones. And just like buying all the big name players, all he was doing was putting a bunch of egos together.
No.
And then you had other teams start chasing him. You had the Red Sox feeling like they had to chase him.
Too many
They were
chiefs
trying
and
to
not
figure
enough
out who
Indians.
they could spend, and look where that got them. And then the Cubs tried to do the same thing, and they maybe got a year out of it. So.
And I need to set the record straight. In all seriousness, I'm a big fat liar because Donnie was so humble when the Yankees were winning last season. I thought he handled that really well. So I'm just a big fat liar. But also,
because he's a realist.
Yeah, he is. And in defense of the Yankees, for years the Red Sox fans were talking about how the Yankees were so hard to deal with when they were winning. But when the Red Sox started winning, they became that, if not worse. I mean, it was.
Oh, that's a different question that we could talk about later, as far as like worse fan base.
Well, I'm just saying, like, and I don't hate either the Yankees or the Red Sox fan bases necessarily, but it's almost that
pretty close.
I was going to say the Red Sox became exactly what they hated, if not worse, in my opinion, because
they've been worse. They've been worse.
Well,
I mean, you got with the Patriots, with the Boston Red Sox, the Bruins.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying after they won the World Series and they broke that, Bill Buckner curse, then they were just they were impossible to live with between that and the Patriots winning and the Bruins winning, and it's like they became the very thing that they hated. And
look at Virgil taking notes. I'm taking notes on things that Ed hates.
Well, I can tell you this: you should see Gamecock fans when they start doing good, because they hate on Clemson, but then when they start doing good, they're like
the dance that they did. And,
but that goes to the whole conversation is right when you get so high, right? Like, because there's so many fans that are so cocky and they get like that the rest of us fans, I'm like, oh my God, someone just shut him up already.
It was funny because you had all these Gamecock fans when they were beating Clemson 5 years in a row. You'd have all these fans taking pictures with Dabo, and they'd be like throwing the 5 fingers out there and stuff. And it's like, okay, y'all keep on. And then what happened? We went on a 7-year run, and you didn't see Clemson people taking pictures with their coach going like, hey, like that. So it's funny. But that's all about rivalries.
Yeah.
That's just the way rivalries run.
That's because they couldn't keep up with who the Gamecock coach was.
That's what's true too. It feels right. That is kind of the natural order of things in this.
I was going to say, is it Holt? Is it Spurrier? Is it Muschamp? Is it Beamer? So.
Yeah. See, Muschamp wasn't Muschamp. He was Muschump because he wasn't a champ.
Wow.
Is Phil going to retort?
Hater Nation.
Hey, Phil, I bet you Phil will agree with me on Muschamp because nobody liked that hire. Even the Gamecock people didn't like that hire.
Well, I was going to say like that. They weren't missing him. They said, don't let the back door hit you on the way out.
They're like, what do you mean we're stuck with this guy for 5 years?
Well, he got a couple more years than I thought he'd get based on his record.
Hey, he had a beautiful house on the lake though.
Hey, Virgil, and we never got to hear your point of view on this.
Yeah, because I wouldn't shut up.
Oh, about the Sasaki stuff?
Well, the whole your own question.
No, I think, like I said, when we talked about sports needing a villain, that's kind of where I was going with this.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know they're buying up most of the good players, like you said, but I think mostly, I don't think it's anything enticing that they're doing contract-wise with deferrals. That's not a new thing.
It's always been around. It's been around
always been around. But usually, the comparison I always like to make with Ohtani going to the Dodgers was Durant going to the Warriors. People want to join champions, and that's why they're getting all the people, because they have a winning culture. They just won the World Series. Good chance they're going to go back. That will attract a lot of good players. I don't think the idea of players joining another team because they want to beat the best team, I don't think that's really I think it still exists, but nowhere near as much as it used to.
What it used to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, let me ask you this. And then the players don't look at it like the fans do, right?
No.
Because the fans will tell you, oh, yeah, they bought a championship. Like the Warriors, they bought a championship. Like the Dodgers, they bought a championship. The Yankees, they bought, 15 championships. That's what they're going to say. We'll always say that, right?
Yep. You get the hoist the same trophy at the end of the day.
And then the players go, we don't care.
Yeah, the players
I came here to win a championship, and I got a championship.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the best option. If the Dodgers are calling, you're going.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to sign with them.
Yeah.
Well,
that's why
for somebody like Sasaki, I mean, you got Ohtani and
Yamamoto.
Right. Yeah, Yamamoto. You already got a Japanese contingent there that's like tailor made to recruit him and add him to the fold. I mean, why wouldn't you go there and fit in with those guys?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you got Japanese samurai, teammates there that that you've already played with in the World Baseball Classic. Why are you not going to join up with them? Yeah. I mean, that's a way to get to bet into the major leagues a lot quicker than you would otherwise, because you already have established relationships. So I'm not mad at Ohtani or Sasaki for signing with the Dodgers. I mean, you have to be realistic, even though I wanted them to sign with the Blue Jays, and I wanted them to forge out on their own path because it would be in my best interest as a Blue Jays fan. It's not necessarily in their best interest. So,
right.
I also wanted to have long blonde hair, but that never happened.
Yeah.
You don't?
No.
Instead, you got a detailed shine on that head of yours.
That shines all right.
And just one more thing on the Dodgers, since we're on this. I know we're talking about the Sasaki signing, but I still want to mention the Joseph Ding signing also. Just the first player from South Sudan to be in the major leagues. I like it when new countries are represented. So that was definitely 100%. A great sign to see.
And I'm a fan of that. I like that a lot.
Not on the same level, but also they make signings that make sense for them. Like Tanner Scott signing a big deal as well. I mean, that was, again, that's not the South Sudan thing, but you've now weakened a division rival by picking him up and paying him. You took an opportunity and you took advantage of it. So adding yet another arm to that bullpen that maybe they didn't need, but it certainly bolsters that bullpen.
I wonder if our opinion is going to change as we go into the season. Right. I want to revisit this question at the beginning of the season. I want to revisit this question middle of the season and then at the end. And I want to see if our opinions are still the same, because in the heat of the moment, you know what I mean? You're like, it's not good for baseball, man. Look at this bullshit. You know what I mean? It's true, right? Because we're all victims of the moment.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be like 130-5 going into like the last half of the last quarter of the season. They were like, this is not a good idea.
Yeah. They'll watch for the first time in 60 games. They're on a slump.
Right.
Question about that. So you may have already talked about it, but what with the Dodgers having so much talent, what, if any, like injuries are a part of it? Is there somebody or couple that you think if they go down that could cause them not to be able to go all the way and win it? Or do you think they have enough other guys that it doesn't really matter? Because Ohtani hasn't been pitching, so if he doesn't pitch a whole lot, they got enough pitching.
Mm-hmm.
I think
the pitching is going to be what's going to decide whether or not they're successful.
From a clubhouse leadership perspective, I could see Freddie Freeman went down. I mean, like
kind of.
I don't know if they would ultimately lose it, but I mean, like people forget what a difference he made in the World Series last year. I mean, and the thing is, if you've been around like I know from being in Atlanta what type of impact Freddie Freeman had on the Atlanta Braves. Like that clubhouse presence, that clubhouse presence that he had. So as much as he was helped on the field with his consistency and everything else, it was what he did in the clubhouse that really added so much inherent value to what he brings to a team. And I think with a team like that, I mean, it's not that you don't have other guys. You have a Mookie Betts and other players that can step up and fill that, but I do think you would have a little bit of a leadership void with that. So,
yeah, I was just curious if
Freddie Freeman's just one for me, just because of his time.
I mean, it'd have to be somebody like that or Mookie or somebody that one of the profile position players. Because I mean, they had 6 or 7 pitchers out last year, and they just kept adding more pitchers to fill in for those guys, and they've added more this year. So pitching is something they're so deep at that I don't think they're even worried about pitchers not being there. I don't even know if they're worried about
anything.
Shohei even pitching.
Well, they do have a deep farm system, and that's the thing that is so impressive about them is not only are they stacked at the major league level, they have guys ready in AAA ready to go. I mean,
I was about to say they're a top 10 farm system.
Can I ask you guys this question? Okay, so the Dodgers have a lot of power. Like, I mean, they're super power everywhere, right? Like, I mean, but what about their bench? Is their bench deep enough to say, okay, this guy went down, you know, can we survive without him? Like you were just talking about Mookie Betts or Freddie Freeman. What if those players go down? What happens to that? Like, I mean, do they have anybody that can take the place? And then part 2 of this question, I was talking to someone else who was a fan, is they're like, I'm glad that we're signing these players because I gave them shit for it. You know, I was like, come on, can you guys stop signing so many people? But you know, he goes and says, what this is doing though is putting an immense amount of pressure on this team.
Mm-hmm.
Can that be a detriment to their success this year?
I feel like the pressure would have been last year when you had Ohtani there, because that's where was the idea of can he win a World Series or not? Right. I don't know if there's actually as much pressure this year for them, and obviously they've already done it.
And I would say some of the moves that they made that went under the radar, like signing Tommy Edman to a multi-year deal, like last year signing Will Smith, like some of these guys that are like, you know, important plug guys for them, and guys that can go around the diamond. I mean, they're not just superstars either. I mean, they've like signing like a Tommy Edman that can play, and I believe he can play in multiple positions if I'm not mistaken. So he's kind of a utility guy, even though I think he's really profiles as a center fielder. But Will Smith can play in multiple positions, and even though they don't have Kike Hernandez anymore, they've always signed those types of guys that can be utility guys that can fill in other places. You know, like who was it? Chris, what's his name?
Sabo.
Close. Something. Anyways,
that's an old call. I
was gonna say Donnie knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but well, that was back in Donnie's day that he was in his heyday.
Anyways, Donnie's teenage days.
No, that was
man. You can't go wrong with goggles at third base.
College.
Chris Taylor. Thank you, Lynn. Yeah, but like a Chris Taylor, like another guy that like some guys that maybe are not a big superstar name, but they come up big in the playoffs. So they have some of those guys too that I think you can't overlook. So like I thought signing up Tommy Edman was a really good move just for the team, because you're not just focused on your quote unquote superstar guys. You're filling in other holes, and I think those guys, because of their ability to play at other positions, you know, enhances your depth.
Okay.
Yeah, just to add on what Patrick was saying with Edman, he played second base, shortstop, and outfield.
Okay, so he's a good utility player to have.
Yeah, because I think if you were able to trade Gavin Lux to the Reds, I mean, I think you're like, if you didn't have the depth, you wouldn't have made that move. So, and is Chris Taylor still a Dodger, Virgil? Is he still? I thought he re-signed like either last year or the year before. I wanted to say, I couldn't remember if he was still on the Dodgers roster or not, but like he's just he is
He is still on the roster, but apparently possible trade happening with him.
Okay.
I can see that.
Okay. I was pulling up their depth chart just to look, and yeah, I mean they're like Will Smith. I know is a catcher, but I feel like he can play in multiple positions. And then they signed Haesung Kim as well. That's another guy that it can probably play both second base and short if needed, and then you've got Edmund playing the outfield positions, across the diamond, and Max Muncy is another one that can play like first and third. So it's a very deep team.
So we got, and I don't know, but Austin Hayes, Alex Verdugo, Harrison Bader, are they still out without a contract?
I don't think Verdugo is signed.
Okay.
Because you've got Verdugo out. Pete Alonso hasn't signed. Let's see.
Bregman
Jurickson
hasn't
Profar just signed today. Yeah, Profar just signed today.
We were just talking about Profar too. Was it on Tuesday? We were just talking about him. He wasn't signed, and then sure enough, boom, there he goes.
Just signed today to Atlanta, of all places.
Yeah.
So
it looks like Verdugo has not signed yet.
Verdugo hasn't signed yet.
Because everyone keeps saying that. I've heard Houston is a possible landing spot for him. Like a low risk, high reward signing. Sorry, like a high risk reward signing for them.
What about what's his name? He just signed a minor league deal. Damn it,
Tim Anderson, yeah.
Yeah. Yeesh. Talk about complete and utter just fall from grace from this dude.
After
does that mean you don't like Tim Anderson? Does that mean
I wonder what happened ever since then? After he got knocked out by my boy,
he hit that walk off in the Field of Dreams game, and then he got in that fight, and then there's been he's nothing.
He's going to be known as the guy that got knocked out by a little dude.
Yeah, Ed, would you say that you hate Tim Anderson?
No, I don't. I actually want him to succeed. I want him to come.
Nice try, Patrick.
Okay. I was trying. I'm always researching. Yeah, I'm always researching.
No. I truly do not hate Tim Anderson. I actually want him to do good because he had good. He was hitting for a little bit good for power, and then he was a good defensive player. But all of a sudden, just like I don't know if he got the yips or whatever. He has not been the same.
I'll be curious if he's with the AAA team or he's actually going to come down to Rocket City for AA. I'm just personally, I'm just kind of intrigued by that.
You just want him to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I just want whatever the best fit for him. If he wants to come play for the Trash Pandas, I'm not complaining.
Zach, Jose Ramirez knocked the baseball talent out of Tim Anderson.
Man,
that may be the case right there.
It's funny.
A little bit like a Jazz Chisholm?
But that was the time that was the last time he really was good.
Was Tim Anderson Jazz Chisholm before Jazz Chisholm was here?
Yeah,
a little bit of flair. Like I could see like prime Tim Anderson, kind of like with prime Jazz Chisholm.
But at the same time, he's the one that said that he didn't really love baseball. He did it because he was good, right? And I think that if you love baseball, you're going to be, yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah. So we're sure you don't hate Tim Anderson. We're just we're clear on that.
I feel bad for him. I want him to succeed.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried if you feel bad for him. I'm just wondering if you hate him.
No, I don't. I know what you're doing. Still don't. So just want you to know that.
I'm trying to force hate here.
Nope. Still not doing it.
Sorry, Virgil. I'm useless in this situation.
That's okay. Yes, with Ed's hate, it can't be forced. It has to be natural.
Yeah. You just let it be. Let it flow.
Yeah. Well,
he'll let you know who he hates.
Oh, I'll let you know.
We do know he hates Coke, so at least we got that. So.
Yep. Soto, Sasaki, Corbin Burns, Willie Adames.
Yeah.
Alex Bregman. He still hasn't signed.
Max Scherzer hasn't signed yet.
Interesting. Max Fried, he signed, didn't he?
Yeah, he signed with the Yankees.
Yep. Pete Alonso hasn't signed. Blake Snell, I
Not
wonder
yet.
where he went. Where did he,
Didn't like Blake Snell go to like the Rays or something?
yeah, some crazy.
Didn't he go back? Didn't he go back to his original team, the Rays?
He should have. Jack Flaherty,
Not signed.
Sean Manaea,
Sean Manaea is with the Mets.
Yusei Kikuchi,
Yusei Kikuchi signed with the Angels.
Anthony Santander. What did he sign with?
Blue Jays, baby.
Anybody.
Let's go. We get nothing, yeah.
You're about getting
We
ready to
got
get a
him,
first baseman too.
You what?
You're about ready to get a first baseman as well.
Talking about Pete Alonso?
Maybe.
What is the news on him? Because they haven't really been like, the Mets are like, no, bro, we ain't paying you.
Conflicting reports. I mean, Shai Davidi and Ben Nicholson Smith, who are like from the Toronto Star, said that there's not been any advance in negotiations yet. But they tend to be very cautious when announcing signings. They're not really their style isn't like to bring out an exclusive. So I don't really know where
like
it
the
stands.
news guy in Sugarland that announces the team name before everybody.
No. In fact, they are so risk averse that they're the first to play down reports. They're like, we're not hearing that anything has advanced, and then like 2 hours later, it's like they've signed, and it's like okay.
We don't hear that we have a fan in Atlanta, Georgia, but
Nor do they probably care. But I still love them all the same. I don't know guys like Donnie does. So
You don't hate anybody. That's the problem.
you what?
You don't hate anybody.
No, I love Eric Prophet, but he hates me.
Yeah.
I hate people. I'll say it.
Yeah, like who?
Me.
Again, good try. Good
Sorry,
try.
I'm trying, Virgil.
Good try. Oh
Well,
yeah,
he
like who?
I said he hates me because I always mention Browns quarterbacks.
No, I don't hate you.
Brandon
Hey,
Whedon,
nobody
anybody?
hates Oh,
Brandon
man.
Whedon, anybody?
Hey, by the
I
way,
will say
Go
he does
on.
not hate Patrick, but there is a certain aspect of Patrick he does hate.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
that's
there
good. I
is.
like that. That's
And I
pretty
think Patrick knows where the line is, and he walks all across the sand until he gets to that line, and then he stops.
See,
good.
I just
Lynn got one. Lynn got one. I hate
yeah, he does hate Scott Boras, that's for sure.
100%.
Didn't you already have that, Virgil?
Nope.
I think you already had
Really?
that. You don't
I did not have Boris.
Wow, I thought you
Whoa.
did.
Yeah,
He's
I thought
probably
we
a
actually-
good 6, 7
he's-
seed, maybe.
Oh,
yeah.
good.
I would
good
put
solid
a
six
top
seed.
10 seed. Yeah, on that one.
a good 6 seed.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know, guys. If you see some of the other seeds, I mean, we're got a stacked tournament here.
I was about to
Ew.
say,
Dude, I can't wait
you
till
got to
we
figure out who to bump if you're putting him up in there,
Yeah.
because there's
By the
probably
way-
some others you don't want to
are we
bump.
prepping it in February and running it in March?
What I'm hoping to do is unveil it. I'm hoping next week with the
Yeah.
off week before the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
and
Can we
then,
call this
then run it afterwards after Super Bowl done.
Can we call this the not so March Madness?
I'm still trying to think of a name. That's not helping right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, that's not a good name. By the way, just really quick
So,
note
add that.
here on.
He hates names I come up with.
So in the NFL, Kevin
That'd be a good
Stefanski is
16
back to
seed.
calling plays again.
You what?
Kevin Stefanski is going to be the play caller again.
Why would you do that when you have the illustrious Tommy Reese as your offensive coordinator?
I hate you now. Totally kidding. By the way, also a nice little interesting news here in the NFL. The Jaguars are expected to hire Buccaneers coordinator Liam Cohen as the team's
I
next
thought he
head
turned down the
coach.
job.
Nope.
thought he
As
turned
of
down the
26 minutes, yeah. Apparently, he's not returning the Buccaneers phone calls. They've been trying to call him and text him, and he's not.
Does this have anything to do with Trent Baalke being fired today? Because I think that might have something to do with it.
Yeah, they've
no one
mutually
wanted-
agreed to part ways.
Yeah,
I would
well-
have thought that the Jaguars, after getting rid of Baalke, would like sort of restart the process a little bit, because
Yeah.
they probably had people they wanted to talk to. I'd be
Yeah.
shocked if they're hiring him so fast.
Yeah.
After
Donnie,
that.
how do you feel about that for your favorite team?
Oh, they're not my favorite team.
Oh, really? Eric,
I don't know how many times I got to say it, but
Eric, am I forgetting something, or did he not adopt the Jacksonville Jaguars, aka the Florida Fighting Donnies, as his team?
That is correct, and I'm laughing at Johnny here.
That's what I thought.
You must have been out 2 weeks later when that was rescinded.
No, you can't rescind that. That's
It
not a
doesn't
thing.
work like that.
I mean, I can go pull the episode if you want me to. If you want to see it. I mean, it's out there on YouTube.
Everyone knows that you have to rescind a team. You have to notarize it.
Absolutely.
I guess Johnny.
All right. Well,
Patrick,
Rhonda's a notary. I'll go get her to notarize
What's
it.
that?
You got to read Johnny's congratulations message.
Patrick, I think we got off to a bad start. Congrats on the birth of your niece. I often associate babies with the Braves.
Okay.
It's like congratulations and a jab at the same time.
Did you listen to the opening credits of EFA yesterday, Patrick? There's a shout out for you.
Oh no, I haven't. I've not gotten a chance yet, but I will. Okay. But I will.
That's on my. It's on my list
for
tomorrow morning for the gym.
It's on my list for tomorrow as well.
That's good. Oh my God, that's too good.
I'm starting to wonder. I think Johnny does hate me because there's the constant jabs these days, and
he hate me.
And I get what
he hate me.
Yeah, he hate me. Yeah, that's right.
He hate me. He hate me.
He hate me. And so,
well, if your name was Jazz, then Johnny would hate you because Johnny hates Jazz.
You hate Chaz Chisholm?
No.
No. That went right over everybody's head. Sorry. I bet you Johnny got that one because Johnny knows
he's old like you.
From our day.
Johnny's old like you. No.
Yeah, Johnny and Donnie saw Prohibition. So
how's that? How's the preacher and the mayor podcast coming along?
It's in development.
It's because you're on the Dad Hat Chronicles podcast now, so you can't work with the preacher.
I get. Yeah. See, this is.
Hey, they're all part of the same company.
That's true.
Yeah.
But can you mix? Can you commingle coworkers like that?
We'll have to see.
Yeah, Eric, they're in the process of trying to adopt technology stage.
That's yeah. I was gonna say who's gonna run? Who's gonna run that one?
That's wow.
Love you, Donnie.
That
was actually meant for Johnny. Donnie was just.
He was just.
I like to have a little bit of power now.
Oh, you could do that?
Yeah, he can.
And so could I.
Okay. Virgil and I are just like, I got nothing. Maybe you have it. I don't. They don't give me. I'm the one that knows technology here, and they don't give me any access.
Well, it's dangerous for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
All of a sudden, it's going to be just Eric with by himself talking.
There you go, Donnie.
Great 80s reference, Mr. Mayor.
See, I knew Johnny would get it.
Again, we're not surprised. Part of the AARP club.
Wow.
I can't believe y'all have never heard of Johnny Hates Jazz, the band, the music.
No.
Virgil?
No.
Okay.
Nope. And I'm the oldest in this group, so no.
I was literally sitting here thinking, why does Johnny hate jazz music so much?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, is there a Louis Armstrong song that he hates?
I was with Ed, thought he was talking about Jazz Chisholm. I'm like, well, if you listened to yesterday's episode, you wouldn't think so.
All right,
I'm like, what's he up against Duke Ellington? What's going on?
Well, Lynn, that makes sense. You're the same age as Donnie, or maybe older than Donnie and Johnny.
Hey, careful! Don't talk about Lynn being older now.
She says it. That. She admits it.
Yes, she admits it, and then also she gets a hat. She gets a hat.
Yeah, Lynn, you deserve a hat.
Plus, I'm going to see Lynn this summer, hopefully, when I go to Iowa baseball. So,
if you could play music on here, you played their top song, you guys would know the song. So
really,
text it to us.
Yeah. Well, I do a Louis Armstrong impression.
Okay. Anyways, moving on, guys.
You know.
Top of the hour. It's football time.
Yeah, football time.
There you go.
Actually, not yet, guys. There is some. There's another thing we have to talk about.
Is there an update?
Wow.
It's Gottlieb watch time.
It's got. Oh,
Yes,
here we
it
go.
Oh.
It's Gottlieb watch time. So I spent yesterday watching their game against the Indiana University of Indianapolis
Oh,
Jaguars, the former IUPUI.
I was going to ask
Yes,
if
I
that's
was
who
just
that
about to
was.
say.
Yeah, the former IUPUI. Green Bay had a home game, and you're thinking this may be the game that they do it. This may be the game, but IUPUI shot 62% from 3-point line.
Nice.
So it is shame to say Doug Gottlieb still winless in the Horizon League.
I thought with you watching it last night, that was going to be the difference. That you were going to be like, "Yep, he finally got one."
So let me ask you this: at some
Doug
point,
Gottlieb's
when
just
are
hold
we
my
going to
beer.
start the "when is he getting fired" watch?
I believe that what is the Gottlieb watch is.
Well, I mean, the Gottlieb, this Gottlieb watch has he won a conference game? Are we amending that to be conference game / getting fired?
I kind of just took it as being understood that you can't keep the job unless you win games. So
Nothing. I'm not saying nothing.
I mean,
And I
the
said,
Browns.
so for Donnie, I can do something even. I could make a little fun comparison here. Who's going to win a conference game first, Green Bay or South Carolina? Yeah, South Carolina is sitting 0-6. Sadly, Arkansas won a conference game yesterday, so I can't use a Calipari versus Gottlieb battle, which I really wanted. I feel like it was a gold mine there.
I forgot that he went to Arkansas.
I think he did too.
They're not good.
Oh,
They're
my
not good.
God.
Well, but you know what Calipari's going to say? He's going to say, "I ride with no team here," and I'm like, "You and every other coach that's been part of it, NIL." So that's what he's going to say.
I absolutely forgot that he was there.
It's hard. He's learning it's harder to recruit at Arkansas than it was at Kentucky.
Yeah, he didn't do the
Imagine that.
recruiting.
I know, right?
But Arkansas still it's probably one of the better SEC programs in basketball still. To see what they're doing is really sad.
Yeah. Well, Eric Musselman did a great job there. I mean, he took them to what? 4 straight tournament appearances. I mean, before he left for USC, I mean, Eric Musselman did a great job there.
I don't talk too much college basketball, guys. I just want you to know that.
Whoa, how good's Kent State?
Not good.
Are they good in anything?
There's flashes.
They're 5th in the Mid-American, which is higher than they were in football.
Well, that's good. They've won a game in basketball?
Yeah, I was going to say they couldn't go anywhere but up, right? Did I wear my Kent State hat for the next broadcast?
In fact, I have heard that Kent State is called the Doug Gottlieb of college football.
I believe it. Yeah, I can't even be mad at that one.
Hey, chat, should I wear my Kent State hat for the next DHC sports show?
You should. Also, Kent State is good at baseball. That's true. They're pretty good at baseball. That's a good baseball program there. So,
look who it is.
His presence.
Look who decided to join the chat.
Where's he at in that picture?
I don't know.
Is that Japan he's in?
Has he been in Japan?
No, he hasn't.
Nah. There's no way.
No, I mean,
there's no way. He's never been to Japan.
That's probably Denver.
Just for the record, the Richmond Spiders are doing a lot worse in their conference than Kent State is.
Got him.
Got it. Suck it, Paul.
Yeah. I spy a team doing worse.
And that's bad because Kent State is no good. Although I will still stand with my boys, okay, all the way. Can't read, can't write, Kent State.
Hey, Paul, when's episode 5 of Brockmire coming out?
That's what I wanted to know.
Same here.
Go Nova Wildcats.
I don't like your.
Man, he's jumping. He's jumping around like Donnie does football teams. My goodness.
That's his kids.
Okay, Villanova doing slightly better than Kent State. So, okay, that will work.
Villanova misses Jay Wright.
My UNC Bears are Big Sky.
North Carolina Bears,
I was just thinking the
That's
same
our
thing.
Northern
Yeah.
Colorado.
Yeah.
Northern Colorado.
Or is he just naming teams that are schools that are near Ed and his hometown?
His brother went to Duke.
Yeah.
We don't like Duke.
That is
Well,
something I would not admit about
I was going to say, Eric's going to have the influence is going to have something to say about that.
Yeah. So yeah, his brother went to Duke. Kid is going to Villanova.
Is that where
I got you, Paul. I got you. Colorado Bears are big. Okay, Amy.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
Hey,
is that
Patrick? Who is that?
official Baseball by Design wildlife correspondent, musical enthusiast, and national anthem singer extraordinaire, Ranger Amy Burnett?
Wow. How do we get the pleasure?
That's a lot. That's a mouth. Never mind.
It rolls off the tongue.
Ed?
Yeah.
It's after 10 o'clock. What is it?
No, it's a mouthful.
She
Is
said.
that wait? So now he's going. Now he's going to Spokane.
Paul grew up watching Villanova.
And he went to kid with
Why didn't he
Gonzaga.
just
Kid
say
goes to
that?
Gonzaga. I'm sorry.
Why didn't
I
he
do
just
apologize.
say that all together instead of having separate comments?
Because it's Paul. Okay.
Dinner must be over, or they're waiting on it.
Oh, they're waiting.
Yeah.
Right. Are you waiting for some wings?
That's what she said, Amy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's right, Amy. That's right.
So I heard there's some football going on.
All right. So
Wait.
let's talk about those two teams.
Why is Paul more prominent in her profile picture than she is?
Well, football.
I guess
There you go.
he's closer to the camera.
Championship weekend. Let's go, Virgil.
All right. So first game we got was the NFC Championship. Commanders versus Eagles. Eagles are a 6-point favorite. Over under is 47.5. Eagles 63.7%.
It's a quick way to get rid of the Caputos. Just start talking football, and they'll
That's
log
right.
off.
Well, his Eagles are still in it. So
Yeah, but he's not really a fan.
Yeah.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Oh man, that's gonna be a good one.
And
You
you
know
said, did you say they split the season series?
Yeah, they did.
Hmm.
So, Virgil, I'll take a crack at this one. I'm going to do something for the content. I'm going to ride the hot hand. I'm going to take the Commanders in this one.
Is that really for the content though?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, is that
No.
really for the
Because
content?
they're in
No,
the NFC
it's not.
Championship game, so they're
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
they
I know,
dominated
I
the
know.
Lions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
dominated the
Well,
Buccaneers.
I just
for
think
the-
Jaden Daniels. I just think Jaden Daniels is playing so well, and the Eagles they still have some holes. I mean, they're a good team, but I think the Commanders are playing. Jaden Daniels is playing as well as any quarterback in the NFL at this moment, as well as anyone in the league. So certainly of every of people that are left. So give me the Commanders. I say they're going to the Super Bowl.
meteorologist Brooks. Did you say what the weather's going to be?
I have not brought up the weather. Let me take a look at that.
Cold.
Well, yeah,
Very
it would be
cold.
regardless if
Yeah.
it was in Washington or
I was going to say,
Philly.
like, don't act like the DMV doesn't get like cold weather, right? I mean, it's they know about cold weather.
It'll be partly cloudy, 39.
Okay, that's pretty.
That's not bad.
warmish.
Yeah, it's not bad. 39. But
And that's
Yeah.
a 2:00 game
Three.
or 3,
2 o'clock.
2 for
2
you and
o'clock.
I, 3:00 for the ones above us.
yeah.
At least I finally have somebody in the central time zone with me. But then unless he moves to like North Carolina, then it's just me again.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to get him to move to Georgia because we need governmental accountants.
Well, he'll still be Eastern then if he goes there.
Yeah, he used to be in the East Coast. So
That's right.
okay.
I'll
This is a tough one.
go with who's gonna win, not who I want to win. I think it's gonna be hard for them to stop Saquon, so give me the Eagles. And then they're gonna have a tough time with Jalen Carter, I think, potentially.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
give me. It's not who I want to win, but who I think is gonna win. So Virgil, put me down Eagles, please.
All right.
Well, Patrick took my thunder because I was going to go Commanders as well. So
Well, there's only
now I think
two
I might
teams,
change, but no. I'm
Well,
gonna
no,
stay with
because
the
then I
Commanders.
took them.
For the same reason, Patrick, they're the hot hand right now, and I agree with Patrick too that Philadelphia seems like they still have some holes there. Saquon is probably the one thing that's going to be the toughest, but I like what Jaden Daniels is doing, and I don't know. I just got that gut feeling they're gonna pull this one out. One of those storybook seasons.
Give me the Eagles. Yeah, I get it. I get the hot hand, and I'm with you. Jaden Daniels. I mean, I'm a freaking beast.
And also Austin Eckler's back.
Yeah, but the hot legs right now, that dude is just Saquon is just a beast, and he ran all over. He ran all over the Packers. He ran all over the Rams. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I'm. Give me the Eagles.
The Eagles.
Go Birds.
I mean, Commanders beat the Lions because there were 5 interceptions in that game.
Defense is hella good too.
I can't see Hurts throwing that many times, honestly. I don't think he needs to.
No.
I'm going to go with the Eagles.
But I will say Hurts has been struggling. So, because he's only just getting back from injury. I mean, he's not been great. So.
He's been hurt.
He's been hurt.
Oh, good.
He beat you to
Hey,
the
I got
punch
Donnie
on
the
that
last.
one.
You got one in on him.
You got one
Well
on him.
done.
Look at
Well
that.
done. I walked right into that one. Well done.
Well, Jalen Hurts right now for the season has 2,903 yards, 18 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Jaden Daniels, 25 touchdowns, 3,558 yards, and 9 interceptions. So,
But how many yards on the ground?
does it matter?
Yeah, it does when
Yeah,
you're talking
it
about
does,
Jaden Daniels.
Let me take a look here.
They're both mobile quarterbacks, so
That is true.
He was hoping you'd say no, it doesn't matter, so he didn't have to look it up.
Yeah, now I got to look at it.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot, a-hole.
yeah, what a jerk. Man.
God, what a jerk. The season, is that true? No way.
No, that's got to be playoffs. Are you looking at the 29 carries, 87 yards?
That's
that's
ESPN
playoffs.
version is playoffs.
Yeah, I was just going to say, there's just no way.
Yeah.
That's low.
He actually leads them in rushing. 148 carries for 891
yards. Yeah, he's
and
averaging
6 touchdowns. He's
Ain't
got
bad.
more than Brian Robinson by almost 100 yards.
That's what I mean. I know my guy. Go Tigers.
I'm not disagreeing. He's hella good.
Jalen Hurts, 150 carries for 630. So, I mean, that's not too bad for him, but also he had been hurt a few games. Plus, but then you also have Saquon that had 2,000 yards. So,
yeah. Well, and Jalen Daniels was out for a couple of games too. He got knocked out of a couple of them, and then he sat the last game. So.
So pretty, we could say it's pretty even at quarterback.
Yeah,
we can agree there.
Yeah, 2 good defenses.
2 good defenses, 2 good running backs. I'll give the edge to Saquon.
Well, obviously, yeah. I mean, I think there's a clear winner. There's a clear winner in the running game. I mean, Eckler and Robinson, no matter what you say, neither of them are come close to Saquon.
McLaurin, though.
McLaurin's an X factor, man. I mean, yeah. People underestimate just how much talent Jalen Daniels has to work. Jaden Daniels has to work with.
But AJ Brown has a little bit less yardage, but has less receptions than McLaurin. But McLaurin has more touchdowns, almost double him.
Yeah.
With 13 touchdowns, and AJ Brown has 7. So,
that's okay. AJ Brown's got reading that book on the sideline. He's all ready for this.
I mean, that dude is chilled as a cucumber, bro. But
I love that he reads that book. I think that's a good thing for kids. that books are that there's nothing uncool about books.
What's the name of the book again?
I forget, but part of me wanted to go and get it just to see what it was.
I know. I
all about.
wanted to see. I wanted to listen to it on my
Yeah.
on Audible. I got
Yeah.
some credits to spend on that one, so I got
There
to
you
check it
go.
out.
There you go.
I mean, hey, listen. I may not be reading just because I don't have the time, and by the time I get to bed, it's like that's when Darla reads. That's when I go to sleep. I listen to books.
Look at that. The New York Times
yeah.
bestseller mentions his own book.
I was gonna say promoting yourself.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Listen,
you didn't see
you're-
the meme?
you're
Yeah,
a New York-
Is
Yeah,
Paul
you're-
talking about this book? The New York Times bestseller?
Yeah, you're a New York Times bestseller. You don't need help.
Wait, hold
Mr.
on. Put that again.
Yeah, put it up
Mr.
there.
Look at that. You got
Hey,
everybody should go
what,
get it.
what stadium is that? What hat's
Look at
that?
that. Even got an autograph. Look at that.
That's
Bro,
what I was
you-
about to ask you. I don't think you've ever signed your book for me.
No, he hasn't signed my book. He's been in my house
Oh,
and didn't sign my book.
I've met Paul like 5 times and he hasn't signed my book.
That's
Also,
absolutely-
but Donnie,
I
what's that
embarrassed-
stadium and what's that hat?
That's
I
absolutely
embarrassed
nuts.
Paul and asked him to sign this at a restaurant in Birmingham.
Good for you.
Which restaurant?
By the way, if you get the digital version,
Oh.
you get more stories.
could-
Did you know that, guys?
Yeah,
What's
Yep.
that?
If you get the digital version,
but he can't sign a digital version though.
no, but at least he can send me a signed copy.
Yeah, Paul.
Yeah, Paul.
Wow, not Zach. His dude Silvering in the military for your freedom, and you didn't even
Wow.
sign his book.
Wow.
Zach is serving,
Paul.
Zach is serving this country, and he wouldn't even give him an autographed book.
Fly over to whatever location Zach's at and sign his book, please.
Right
Yes.
now.
Yes. And
Drop
Zach,
everything and do it now.
Right now.
Zach, thank
Right
you
now.
for your service, my man. Stay safe.
Watch,
quick, by the
Paul
way,
send us
hey-
everybody a signed book.
The book AJ Brown was reading is called Jim Murphy's Inner Excellence: Train Your Mind for Extraordinary Performance and the Best Possible Life.
I like it.
He said he's on his way.
Inner excellence. There it is.
On his way not to sign the book.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, God knows he travels enough, so I'll probably believe him when he says he's actually on his way.
I
got-
honestly
there's
don't
the
think
book,
he
guys.
has a house because he's always on the road, so he doesn't
Yeah.
need a house.
Yeah. And I can see it now. Hi, I'm Paul Caputo, minor league correspondent for sportslogos.net, and now I'm on my way to
Recording live. Don't forget, recording
Yes,
live on a
recording
podcast.
live, not from an airplane. Heading over to see friend of the show Zach Beeson. So
He's
I
recording
can
live
just
from a
see it right
podcast,
now.
okay?
Yep.
Leave him alone.
So before Paul just rudely interrupted our picks, we need to go on to the second pick now. Bills versus Chiefs. Chiefs are a 2-point favorite.
Mhm.
Over under is 48.5. But the ESPN predictor has Bills at 54.6%.
Baseball Force One.
I'll start. I don't think she's listening, but gotta be. They're still the champs. Gotta beat them. They're at home. They find ways to win. Don't want it to happen, but it's probably going to happen. Give me the Chiefs.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm going with the Bills. I'm going with
Yeah.
the Bills. I want to give you
So-
guys a little stats here. Okay, so that was Allen, 307 for 40 out of 43, 3,731 yards, 28 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Pat Mahomes, 392 out of 581, 3,928 yards, 26 touchdowns, 11 interceptions.
Here, let me read you this stat. 2-time defending Super Bowl champions playing at home.
Give me the Bills. Give me the Bills.
Give me my bed, not the couch.
Yeah, good
Smart
man.
man.
Yeah,
But
Smart man.
just like the other game, who I want to be in the Super Bowl, Commanders, Bills, but who I think it's going to be Eagles, Chiefs again.
Okay, all right, I get it. I get
So.
that.
So-
Here's a stat for you guys. 0-3.
The Bills at home at
Bills.
Josh Allen against Pat Mahomes.
In the playoffs.
Allen versus Mahomes in the playoffs.
Yep.
Yep,
0-3.
exactly.
And about to be 1-3.
I mean,
First
I'd
time
be
for
fine
everything.
with it, but I just
Listen,
don't think
my streak has been a whole lot better than your streak when it comes to a lot of the picking right now.
when the guy in the top corner makes his pick will determine who's going to win this game.
Touche.
So
He just made his pick.
I'm talking
the top-
you.
Because if you look sideways at Mahomes, it's a penalty. Oh my god! By the way, I can't stand his brother or his
Can.
wife.
Who can? They're
It's
both
true.
terrible.
That's true. That is true. They're both horrible human beings.
Well, I'm going to go with the guy in the other corner. I'm going to go with the Bills as well because I think this is the time that Josh
Good.
Allen's going to find a way to
So,
win.
For sure, Chiefs are winning then.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
You're getting excited about Donnie picking.
It's okay, Donnie. You and me, baby. You and me.
despite
Yeah, just like I went back and listened to the beginning of that episode that I forwarded for Divine Barrel, and all I got for the first 7 minutes before we got to the beer was Eric complaining about me being the reason that Notre Dame was doing so bad. Oh my God, we're going to lose this game.
And who lost the national championship game? Donnie, because of his video.
I don't care about your Clemson shirt. Da, 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 da.
Virgil knows that Donnie was the one that jinxed that because you put out
Y'all
your
won
video.
that game.
We're talking. You said all the national championship.
It's what you said after you picked the Notre Dame Penn State game. The moment you said that, I knew it was done. And I was still dumb enough to pick the Irish with you guys because of peer pressure.
And who picked Ohio State?
We're not talking about that. You weren't even there.
You're not even a fan.
yeah. By the way, that was our sports show, not the DHC sports show.
That's true. I wasn't there that night.
Yeah,
Like,
that was our sports show. Yeah, that was a great episode. We had really good viewers. It must have been because you weren't there.
It wasn't. I
Yeah,
don't
no.
like your attitude right about now. I don't like your attitude.
Patrick,
How
what's your?
You're gonna need me to calm down, aren't you?
we need you to calm down.
Yeah, that's right.
Patrick, what's your pick?
So I can't believe I'm doing this because Donnie's picked them and cursed them, but I think this goes from being Pat Mahomes show to actually being a rivalry because they were talking on ESPN about how this can't be a rivalry until Josh Allen actually wins a game against Pat Mahomes. So I think this is the year. I think that I believe in Josh Allen. I think that he's matured. So despite my better judgment, because Donnie picked the Bills, I'm going to pick the Bills. And, I'm going with my heart because I too want to see a Commanders Bills Super Bowl. And, but we'll see what happens. But give me the Bills.
So you're wanting the couch. Good. Got it.
We're screwed.
Man, I don't even sleep in a bed anyway. What are you talking about?
We're screwed. No, we're done.
The only bills we're going to be talking about after this game are the dollar bills that the refs are going to make from the Chiefs. So I'm going with the Chiefs. Not for that reason. I just think they're just going to win.
Where's your tinfoil?
It's under this hat.
Oh, I got you.
What did I say? No, it's back in his kingdom with all the other Chiefs fans.
I'm sorry. Eric, you crack me up. I'm sorry.
I don't think I've seen him laugh that hard before.
Wait, are you talking about what he said to the mayor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, little inside joke, folks that are still listening to.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Man,
did I get kicked out of him?
You hear me?
Virgil, there's only 2 games, so are we doing some type of tiebreaker?
Do we have any tiebreakers?
I was trying to find something to use for a tiebreaker. Nothing really came across as interesting. So actually,
can we do something? Can we do something in wrestling, Virgil?
No, because there's only 2 of us, and I'd be complaining about the booking of it.
Well,
actually, if you put me in the background, I could probably find something in 2 minutes.
Well, what if I was going to ask who of us picked different than each other between those? Because, I know I picked Chiefs, Eagles.
Yep.
And I don't remember Virgil what he picked.
I picked Bills and Eagles.
And you picked Bills Commanders?
Yeah. Virgil picked Eagles and Chiefs, right?
So, yeah, the only people, me and Eric match, Patrick and Donnie match. Ed is just unique.
Oh,
I love it.
So
do we need to pick over-unders?
Well, that's the thing. There's only 2 games, so
There's no,
Ed doesn't need to pick one because he's aside from everybody anyway.
Yeah, but basically, like me and Patrick pick an over-under for each different game so that ours either still end up tied or actually, no, we wouldn't because that would break the tie on one of those. Same with you and Virgil. So you each take an over or under on one of the games, but you can't pick the same game. And that separates you guys if they end up with both teams winning. In other words, you take the over-under on the Bills-Chiefs game, and he takes the other over-under.
Why don't we pick an NHL game?
Actually, how about a college basketball game that no one's going to care about, but it's also the game between
Green Bay.
Harvard. No.
Yeah, I was going to say, if it's Green Bay, I call for them to lose.
Harvard versus Yale.
Ooh, good one.
I got Harvard.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'll take Harvard.
Might as well flip a coin.
Blue Jack. That's what I'm saying. I'm with Mike. Mike, I'm with you. It's like, let's pick a hockey game. There's some NHL games going on, man.
There are Blue Jackets versus Kings. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, man.
Give me Yale.
Then you got Saturday. You got some good games here. Hurricanes, Islanders, Avalanche, Bruins. You got the Oilers and Sabres.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't have the stats for all that.
You're making it my heart hurt. Okay. I mean, whatever. You guys tell me. I got. Bye, Paul. Where you going? Where you going? You ain't got nowhere to go. You're home. It's cold as all hell in Colorado. You got nowhere.
Yeah, I thought dinner was already made.
Yeah. And again, you'll leave when we say you can leave. Okay.
Eric, you have the quote of the night.
Thank you.
That was great.
That was outstanding.
Donnie's like, fine, I'm out of here.
Fine.
Goodbye, Donnie.
Bye, Donnie.
Send your.
I got a few more minutes. I'm trying to figure out something we can pick as well.
Yeah. I already
By the
gave
way-
you guys ideas.
By the
but
way,
you guys-
Virgil, since Donnie has to leave, he picks the Jaguars.
Jaguars got it.
You got the Jaguars. Paul never answered me when I messaged him earlier, just so everyone knows.
Paul's a terrible person. That's fine. He
Oh,
ignores
wow.
my texts all the time too. Anyway, so
Donnie, who'd you pick between Harvard and Yale?
Give me Harvard. I don't know.
Doggone it, Donnie.
You can't pick the same with Patrick.
Oh,
That
he
means
picked
Yale.
Harvard? Okay, well then give me Yale.
No, yep. Harvard's already in ink on the spreadsheet. The moment you say it, it's out.
I didn't hear that he picked Harvard or Yale yet. So
But see, I picked Yale, so I don't want you to pick Yale either.
I already picked Yale.
Yeah, see, I picked Yale too.
know.
We can't.
All
We both picked all three the same thing.
Guys, pick,
hey, let's
Give me
let's
the
do this.
over.
pick an
let's
NBA game.
No, I
I was
hate
gonna say,
the NBA.
Everybody takes a golfer in the tournament this weekend at Torrey Pines,
Oh, no, just go the golf.
and whoever
league, man.
finishes.
Bro, the golf league
Actually,
was fun
hold
as
on.
hell.
Actually, okay, you gave me an idea. Instead of just picking NHL games, NBA games, all of them, we'll pick a game from each league. Each person picks a game, and they get to decide who the winner is on that one.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So,
I ain't mad at it.
NHL.
I'm not mad at that. I like that.
Which day are we talking about, Virgil?
Yeah.
We will do.
Let's see.
We'll do the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, since there's just to open up all the possibilities.
Okay. All right.
Saturday's probably Saturdays is usually the biggest slate of games in hockey. It's one of the bigger days.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
Just about everybody plays on a Saturday.
Give me the Panthers over the Sharks.
Ooh, that's
Okay.
good.
Give me the Predators over the Ducks because I know my team sucks.
Patrick, have you seen the Preds this year?
Yes, because I've seen the Ducks play.
They're worse
dear
than
Lord.
the Ducks.
You what?
They're worse than the Ducks.
Oh, I know they are. I know they are like record wise, but I'm going to take the Preds over the Ducks.
Give me the Hurricanes over the Islanders.
That's a good call.
Homer.
True.
Yeah.
Homer.
You know what? I'm doing reverse psychology because I'm hoping that the Ducks actually do win, but I'm picking the Preds because usually when I pick my team to win, they lose. So, love my Ducks.
Donnie?
Well, I was going to take the Panthers. They're my team, but Eric beat me to that one. So I'm going to see here. Give me the
Anytime.
Avalanche over the Bruins.
Anytime now.
I'm going Oilers over Sabres.
That's a good one. I almost picked that one.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
Okay, NBA.
Cavs over Rockets.
I knew you were going to pick that one
That's
immediately. I knew
That's
it.
a safe
Yeah.
pick. Golly.
That's my team. That's my home team.
You live in North Carolina.
You want to go safe? Do Suns over Wizards.
Cool.
Yeah. You aren't kidding.
Grizzlies
Wizards are
over
horrible.
Jazz.
Jesus, 6-36.
Yeah, they're awful.
Golly.
Virgil, give me the Grizzlies over the Jazz.
The Jazz. I was just
We
going to say
did
because the
take
Jazz
that.
are no better either.
The Jazz are horrible.
My God, 10-32.
Yeah, the Jazz are horrible.
The Grizz are at home. Yeah, the Jazz is
Uh,
7-17 away. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good stake.
I don't care if they're home or away. I'm still picking them over the Jazz.
It's nice to see the Grizzlies in third on the
It
West.
is.
I like watching that team.
It is.
Give
but
me
they're-
the Patrick Atlanta Hawks over the Raptors.
I'm a Warriors fan, bro.
No, but it's your hometown team.
Yeah, it's my hometown team for sure.
Give me Thunder Trailblazers.
And the Raptors are terrible.
Well, what are you taking in that game?
Thunder beating the Trailblazers.
Oh, okay, beating.
Yeah.
Look at us. Look at us being a well organized.
Is that Sunday? Yeah, the
Yeah,
only
that's
game.
the only game Sunday.
Warriors Lakers looks like it's going to be a good game.
Yeah,
Usually
this was
is.
not a bad idea on the fly.
Well, considering that you have to rein in all the kids, producer, like it's this is a good idea considering you having to rein us all in.
Donnie?
I'll take the Celtics over the Mavericks.
Man, I was sure you were going to go for the Hornets Pelicans game.
That's two bad teams. I mean, I would.
I know.
I want to pick the Hornets, but that's
Yep.
too close to pick.
Speaking of, man, that Hornets hat,
Oh,
corduroy hat,
that was
wow.
awesome. She
one
saw that and she texted me a picture, and I'm like, $10? Heck yeah.
That
By
was
the
a
way,
nice hat.
Big shout out to Mrs. Mayor for being a real one.
Yep.
Getting you a hat? What?
Yeah, she got
Two
me
of
two
them.
hats. She got me
Two of
that
them.
one and that Topps Yankees hat.
Two of them. You're the best, Rhonda.
She's not watching tonight, is she?
She
was
is.
on
on
earlier.
She was on earlier, but I think she gave up. She
She's like,
couldn't,
yo, these
couldn't
knuckleheads.
stand listening to Donnie.
All right.
so that gives us 5. If a tiebreaker, if a tie happens this, I'm just gonna name a random country. Just give me the world capital.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh man. Okay.
But you know what? How poetic is it going to be if Virgil and Eric are 1-2 again, or like tied for first?
Virgil's like,
Virgil names his own capital.
Virgil's gonna be like, name my home address.
There you go. I like
No, if that's between me and Patrick, I'd be screwed because he knows what my address is.
I sure do.
Off the top of your head?
Huh?
No, I don't know about that far, but
No, I will by next week.
Rhonda's hanging into the bitter end. Thank you, Mrs. Mayor. Thank you, Mrs. Mayor.
Can't wait to hang out with you and not your husband, Rhonda.
Guys, thank you for doing this again tonight. This was fun.
It was
As
a lot of fun.
always.
And by the way,
Oh,
shout out
this
to
is
Donnie for taking a lot of shots that he didn't necessarily ask for.
I know.
Poor Donnie. Poor
That's what I'm
Donnie.
here for.
I said, poor Donnie. Like,
Donnie got the brunt of it tonight. So we sorry,
did.
buddy.
he has to put up with my annoying self. So shout out to you, Mr. Mayor.
That's what I get for walking across the airfield. I get strafed.
Guys, thank you again. Thanks to the chat for you guys are always awesome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Mr. Mayor, please be safe out there tonight.
Yes, seriously.
As well. As Zach, thank you for your service. Be safe, my friend, wherever you're at in the world. Guys, we will be back on Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. An hour or less for these two, and the bottom, whatever. But it's cool because when, but it's 9 o'clock. Okay. We'll see you guys Tuesday. Hopefully we'll see who the winner of the AFC and NFC championship series. Hopefully there's no ties. And then we will have to name some random capital of some country that we've never heard of. So that should be interesting. So thank you guys again. And we will see you guys on the next one.
See you guys.
Bye.